Hey, I'm heading up to the camp.
In 1,000 feet, your destination will be on the left.
Hey, I'm heading up to the campground, and I'll be meeting up with Herbert T outdoors, and we're gonna have a camp tonight, and been looking forward to this for a while. This is my new hammock tarp that has the pole mod on it. Up there, Travel Bird. It's just a off-brand one from Amazon. I'm borrowing Herbert T's tarp poles. I think I'm gonna set my cot in there. I think I have enough headroom I could put a cot in it. That's what I'm gonna try to do. One more pole and it's all done. Rest of it. Except for the rest of it. So I've got my bed all set up here. I've got a couple little pillows. This is my top quilt, my lambskin, and a pad. I think I'll be cozy in here. And there's my Smoky Bear hoodie. I'll put that on to sleep in so I have a hood. We're getting things together. Herbert T is indoors right there. That's fascinating. I could watch you do that all day.
Am I gonna do it all day? No.
I don't know anything about that. I just know about fire and ramen and little sausages. Loving it. How's your supper going?
Now you're gonna show my glamping.
It's 40 something degrees. We're down for the night. Got my little old bulb up here for a little bit of light, and cozy in my bed for now. And over there's Herbert T outdoors, getting in his bed too. Had a good time. We sat by the fire for a long time and chatted, and we did a live for a little bit, and ate some second supper, and had some snacks, and we'll be down for the night and be ready to get up in the morning. Good night.
We're making a pine cone fire. Let's go. Man, what a disaster.
I wonder if it's owl dating season or something.
That's what I was thinking, especially after that crazy call.
Well, there was another
last
one.
night.
Yeah, there was a couple more in the night.
Yeah. Did the squirrels wake you?
No.
They were sure telling me one.
Yeah. I was listening to one when I woke up, so maybe they did wake me up. I don't mind. I'm in their living room.
Yeah.
It's my sandbox. It's their living room. There we go. It just needs one more flare up and it'll boil.
I can see it kind of glowing a little more down below.
Yeah, its fire's coming all the way through the hole. There it goes. I hear it boiling. It'll shoot that plug out if it's got too much water in it. It's got a lot of water in it right now. Doesn't hurt anything. They made these with a cork for a while, but the cork would actually catch on fire. But this is silicone, so it'll be resistant up to 1700 degrees or 700 degrees or something like that.
Well, my fire lay only took one try and one success.
Yeah. I hear it boiling. I don't know why it's not whistling. We'll give it a sec. There it goes. Almost got pine coffee in it.
So that's considered a press, French press?
Yeah, it's a French press. It's the Pathfinder one. It says Pathfinder right there, but it's kind of got a little used to it. I'm gonna get some coffee to come over here, and I want to listen to you
Regale the tales.
regalia of.
Well, when I was a kid, I always dreamed of having a lot of land and, being able to build all the forts I wanted and, live off the land and all that. Here I am as an adult. There's my fort. And here's all my land.
Well, when you make this your home away from home, this is a pretty good campsite to get to, because
Oh, yeah.
there's other people over there, but everybody can find a place like this, I think, within an hour's drive
Yeah.
of home.
You know, the fact that you can go out and collect wood, you can get fat wood. You know, there's wildlife around here. We got deer, we got raccoons, squirrels. I think I've seen a possum or two. No armadillos.
That we've either got Sasquatch or
Yeah.
or owls that didn't get a part in the choir.
Yeah,
They sing weird.
we had some weird screeching owls last night. I don't know if they needed some X-Lax or something. That was that first sound that they made was back over here was I can't even describe it.
Were you involved in any extracurricular activities in school?
As a kid,
Did you play sports?
I did. Well, I really wanted to get into wrestling. My older brother, he was on the wrestling team because we always wrestled as kids. I mean, our nightly ritual when we were little kids was me
We
and
did too, but we finally learned just to go to bed when Mom said so.
Well,
So she didn't have to wrestle us so much. It wasn't nice to her.
our thing was, you know, us three boys, Dad had to drag us to bed. So that was a nightly ritual of dragging us to bed, which included wrestling. And, but then when we moved away from Illinois when I was about 13, we moved to Arkansas, they didn't have a wrestling team. The only wrestling they had was at the boys club, and they didn't even compete against other teams or anything like that. They just wrestled, so it wasn't an all the time thing.
Yeah.
But,
Is that where you got involved in playing chess?
I actually got involved in chess when I was in the 3rd grade. The teacher I had, he had little in-school chess tournaments, and I won I got 2nd place the first year, and that was only because I was new to the school and everybody else was cheering on and telling the other guy what to do. So it was like I was playing 20 people.
Oh boy.
I was shocked that the teacher didn't discourage the extra help.
Put a stop to that.
Yeah, because they definitely didn't see my opponent definitely didn't see the moves.
I'm afraid I've had this set wrong, set bad.
It didn't capture you.
Well, it was cutting off heads. Did you feel like your head was cut off?
I feel a little like
sorry.
that.
I've seen some other videos that people put out, cut off some heads.
But yeah, I started young playing chess, and I actually thought about getting a little set and bringing it to the meetup, but I didn't know if anybody else played or not.
Well, you know what Zach Fowler did when him and Ovens went camping. He carved a set. They're out there for 30 days or something.
Yeah.
He made a set, made a board, and everything.
Yeah.
You have to bushcraft a chess set. My son Nate has carved about 6 pieces.
I thought about it, and then I was like,
How many pieces is it from the queen to the right? So
32 pieces.
So it's queen, bishop, knight.
Your board's 8 by 8.
Queen, bishop, knight, and rook.
Yeah.
So he's done 4 pieces.
Oh, okay.
So he did one side. And I think he did a couple of pawns too to start off with. That's what he made with the carving set.
Yeah.
But you should definitely.
I mean, I carved that bear. I'd like to carve a few more animals. Kind of get familiar with that. Maybe a what do they call them, the spirit stick type thing. You know, it's like an old man's face made into like one side of the stick, and you still leave the bark and everything on the rest of it.
Yeah.
And maybe do that on a walking stick.
Is that how you're going to fill your merch table at these events?
Yeah, it might be.
That's a good idea.
It just depends. And I got a little bit of arthritis, and it's getting worse as time goes by. But for some reason, it's just so therapeutic to sit there and whittle away. I mean, sometimes I'll just sit there and just shave down a piece of wood for the fun of it.
The other part of carving is getting good at sharpening those knives.
That's where I need to work.
They go hand in hand because those knives are weird shapes, and some are chisels like and crooked, and they're rounded.
My dad's good at sharpening knives. I mean, he had one knife that was so sharp it felt like if you were to put it on one of those meter things to test it, that it would break before you even got the knife.
That little meter would take one look at that knife and
nope, not gonna do it.
I saw on those dish-shaped knives, I saw where people take a piece of foam and like you put on the outside of a house, and they work that pattern into that foam, and then put the paper over it so that it has that depression. And you can do that within a couple of minutes. Just work that knife into that a little bit, and then put the emery paper over it, and get it sharp like that.
Well, he's got, a belt sander and all that stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't put your sharpening knives on a belt sander much.
I mean, my uncle actually even brings his kitchen knives over to my dad for sharpening because he does such a good job of it. I suppose I should sit down with him and have him show me.
You learn something, yeah.
That way I would know how to do the carving knives. I got a nice carving set. I mean, it's an Amazon set, so it's not what a professional carver would call a good set. He'd say, yeah, it's a good beginner set. But
I have a Sloyd and a spoon carving knife, whatever those are called. Sloyd is just the regular knife,
right?
Kind of that are custom made. I have a friend that Dell Stubbs. He has Pinewood Forge, lives near me, and he sells them on the internet. And I was doing some work for him, and I asked him if I could buy some knives. He's like, "Oh, they're pretty expensive." And I said, "Well, I really want them, so don't worry about it. I want to buy them, but I'll buy them as long as you teach me how to use them." So I've got those two knives, and then, but I didn't ever really want my younger kids to use them, so I bought a set of those like you've got, and they've got multiple different kinds of chipping knives and stuff like that to do. To make bears have fur texture and stuff like that.
Yeah, I tried using the old timer knife that I got, and that's a carving knife, and it's got the chipper and the curved one and everything. And I found
and a gouge.
The scoop was good. I mean that worked pretty good. But as far as the V-shaped one, I was trying to make when I was carving with it, trying the V-shaped one was on the spoon that I made out of hickory, which didn't go well.
Yeah, that's not giving yourself a fighting chance.
That almost discouraged me from getting into carving.
I'm gonna get you some basswood because it doesn't. I'll get some of that when I get home. I'll get some of it together and figure that out so I can bring it in February. Because I'm sure that some other guys would like to have some too. And it's just so convenient to me. I mean, I've got those. I cut them down and throw them.
Yeah.
And so I can go out in the woods and find trees that we don't need. Basswood is one of my favorite woods. It's linden is the other name.
Well, I've seen people also using. I was trying to think of the wood that they carve the spirit faces into the bark.
It's cottonwood.
Yeah, cottonwood was the one that they said.
It's a very, I think it's a similar tree or the same tree, but in our area it's called cottonwood.
I mean, I don't remember seeing a cottonwood tree with that thick of bark. I mean, we're talking, it's at least that thick. Now, I've seen pine trees.
What's
that
the other one
had,
up in I saw Morris Kohansky doing that, and he made a bunch of stuff like that and sold them as souvenirs like it to people through his lifetime. I don't know that for sure, but that's what I've heard. And so but he used black spruce, and it's also that same kind of wood. I don't know why they call it black spruce exactly, but that's not a tree I'm familiar with. It's a boreal forest tree, way up north.
Now, I did pick up something the other day that I was surprised to find, and maybe it's not any good, and you're videoing, so I'm gonna break it out and we'll look at it together and see if it's got some promise to it.
Okay, it's a surprise to me too. I'm gonna let this run because we've already said so many things that were interesting that we were talking about that we missed. My coffee's cold.
Kits here. Oh, was I sitting crooked?
I moved our chairs up, so I want to make sure it can be heard.
Yeah, I kind of ran into that problem a little bit when I first started editing. Didn't know that you could adjust the volume level. You know, you could break out the volume into a separate track, and then you could adjust it. So this is the what came with
that's
it.
the wood that comes in the kit.
Yeah, and I got one 2x2 by 2, and one 2x2 by 4, and then the others are like 1 inch.
So those are. Well, yeah, one's a big. These bottom ones are a half. Huh? So you can make a baby block.
Yeah.
And write letters on it.
And then that's the thing I liked about this is that you had like a leather, which is probably a faux leather.
Well, even still, that's useful.
But the fact that you could put all your tools in a nice, neat little plane to keep them in good shape, you know, I like that.
Yeah, the ones that I've bought have just it's like a felt or something, and it's a half that big.
Yeah.
You've still got them all in cellophane and everything.
Yeah, I haven't. I've only used one of the knives so far.
Are you gonna pick up one of those pine things and try to put a spoon bowl in it?
I don't know about that. I haven't decided what my. You know, the first thing I carved was that lucid with it.
Yeah.
So I carved that.
Can I see them?
Oh yeah. Sure. And then my next item I got was this right here.
A pack of leather stuff?
Which was $6.99 for this. And you know, it looks like it's got some decent sized pieces in there. So I could probably make some cool stuff with it.
These are nice handles because sometimes you want to go this way, sometimes this way.
Yeah.
The handle's comfortable both directions. And this is, I think this is a chipping knife. This one is the chipping knife. And this one is your Sloyd.
Is it the V shape?
No, it's just a curved from top to bottom.
I think the one that's not in the bag is the first one that I used to carve on that lucid. But this is $7 for these scraps of leather, which some of it's probably absolutely useless. But I was looking at this large piece here. And I got a large piece of gray, but that's a pretty good sized piece.
Yeah.
That I could turn
A
into
loincloth.
no,
You weren't thinking of a loincloth.
A tinder
pouch.
Pouch, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, for $7,
Yep.
that was a nice little find. That's the part, guys.
Service guys coming to.
The one in the silver truck is.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I was surprised they throw that in as a scrap.
Yeah, but you can make a lace or something out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Might be useful.
I thought this was a good little find.
Yeah, there's a. I can't remember the name of that store that's in Minneapolis I've gone to, and they have big boxes of scraps like that.
This is
And you buy it
Hobby
by
Lobby.
the pound.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And if you get in there at the right time, you can find the big pieces. But of course, that's what everybody's going to want at first.
And then of course I got some
Your needles.
the punch tools, and
Yep.
I've got a set of these needles in a sewing kit with like the waxed canvas, or not waxed canvas, the waxed thread.
Yeah.
But I wanted a small set like this for that.
Have you ever seen those tools that's got the spool in the handle, kind of?
Yeah.
You have one of those?
I don't think so. But I got that so that I could, this so I could put in that little toolkit we talked about.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it comes, I got me a little board for when I do the hammering. I don't damage tables or whatever. It's like, not only that, it's a great little miniature cutting board.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got me some tools to play with there. And
Look, I've got a big stump of, kind of a stump, of like a big chunk of wood that's like, it's all just, and it's not cut very nice or anything, but it's made out, it was just chainsawed out
yeah,
of a log.
and that's the
And that's what I use as my anvil kind of for pounding that stuff. But I've got a cutting board like that too. I tried a little one, but it seems like a big one worked better, so I just stole one from a lady I know who has a kitchen in my house.
I actually have a log about this big around that I keep in my vehicle for camp, for being able to split wood up.
Yeah.
Because
they're not that easy to come by.
They sometimes are out here because a lot of these trees, they fall down in the camp, and they come out and they cut them up, but they just leave them there. That way people that are camping here, they use them as firewood.
Yeah, they could let them split them.
Unfortunately, some people just come in here and load up on all that and take it home with them.
I saw a place when I was driving here, but since I was pulling a trailer, I couldn't really stop on the road. But out by their trash can, they had cut up a tree, it looked like, and by their trash can, having the trash service pick it up, and they had a pile of, it would have been at least a wheelbarrow full of wood,
Yeah.
and it would have been really cool to stop and get that, because it's just going to go to the trash. And so somebody's going to cry because you know there's fat wood in those things, but you've got so much other fat wood, you don't need that little pittance of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That little bit of it's not that much.
It's in every tree out here to some degree.
Yeah.
Can't cry over spilt milk, sort of.
Yeah, I actually made that video using the auger bit to extract the wood shavings. Once you cut that limb off of a tree,
Yeah.
you're still leaving some in there.
Right.
Well, I made a follow-up video on that explaining what it looks like when that limb goes inside the tree, what is actually the fat wood of it. Because I found one that was a log that was further rotted,
Right.
that I could break away like a section of log that was like this long, and it had a limb still sticking in it, and you could see where it went inside the wood.
Like a little tornado.
And it was like, it looks like a tooth root.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of shaped like a cone inside the tree. And I said, that's what you're leaving behind when you saw off that one limb from it.
Yeah.
I said, might as well grab your auger bit from your kit and just extract some shavings.
Or get one of those auger bits and throw it in your DeWalt cordless drill.
Yeah.
And
that would make a...
and put it in a coffee can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw somebody one time on a video that did that, and they just did it all on a tarp, and they were just peeling that junk out, and it's falling all over this tarp.
Yeah.
And then two guys just shook the tarp together and dumped it in a bucket, and they had like a 5-gallon bucket full of those shavings.
That's what I used, that canvas wood carrier thing.
Yeah.
I lay that down on the ground when I'm carving
Catch it,
or anything. Usually I do it. I'd cut up that wood, and there's that pile of sawdust over there.
Yeah, and you can catch that where you have your saw station.
I usually put that down underneath it because I like to utilize all the natural resources that I have. That's why I've got the bags of sawdust and the bags of wood shavings, because that the majority of those wood shavings was when I made that lucid. I think it's in the other
Lucid, that's that thing you'd made the bracelet with?
Here's
what you
one
call
of
that?
my other pieces. Yeah.
Well, that's what I bought to make strops out of for sharpening.
Yeah, I was gonna make something really nice out of it, and then when I went to that meetup, I saw something that never dawned on me. I do a lot of carving right here, and I might this and stuff like that. I'm not protecting this area.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody that had taken a piece like this,
Made a breastplate out of it.
and just put a line around your neck. That's what you can hold it against.
Right, that's a good idea. Yeah.
I was like,
that's a super idea.
Here we go. There's a good idea.
I've never seen pine cones that act like this. The pine cones that I'm used to would just burn up.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference is. That's going to set me on a
they
journey.
If they've got that pine pitch on it, they'll take off right away. But once the pitch is gone.
Yeah, these are the sappiest pine cones I've seen, I think.
Yeah.
They have to open to expel their seed.
Right.
And do you guys have grouse here? I doubt it.
I don't think I've seen any.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be.
We have grouse, and in the wintertime, they're sitting up on a log like that downed log over there.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there eating pine nuts or spruce nuts.
Well, finding fat wood was my
A great pursuit.
great pursuit. And literally in this campsite right here, and that down log right over there started my journey into Fatwood.
That's cool.
Uh-oh, you get the carving?
I noticed this handle wasn't as comfortable as it needed to be.
You're gonna get me to...
This is our favorite stick for grabbing wood, isn't it? Do you know this? What's like this? This is the power that goes away from you when you're making a power cut. But there's when you're whittling, that's not. You got to be tender, gentle, I guess. You know.
Well, I know.
When you're trying to carve something.
I worked for about 5 years in a plastics plant.
Is that when you were in prison? Yeah.
Well, you know, we know each other from Cell Block D, so let's not go there. But I worked at that plastics plant, and you had to be able to trim the flashing and tag ends and stuff like that off of it. And man, I got to where felt like I was precision at it. I could, pardon my French, but I could shave the hair off an ass with precision.
If Annette needed that done.
Yeah. And then once I got even more proficient, I said, and I used to carve serial numbers into those hairs. So.
Well, are you finding that translates to?
It did translate to
wood carving and bushcraft carving and.
You know, because you watch these videos of people doing the carvings, and they always tell you, you know, wear a glove for safety.
Yeah.
But yet, they aren't wearing a glove, and they say it's because once you get more experience, you know.
That's so they don't get blamed for your injury.
How to,
I guess, isn't it?
Circumvent certain things. I mean, I learned ways to hold a box knife that no matter what you did, I mean, if you did it the way I showed you, you would never cut yourself because you always had something that would limit the travel path of your knife. And sure enough, I'd show it to somebody, and sure enough, they cut themselves. And they, you know, I said, "How did you do that?" And the first thing out of their mouth is, "I didn't do it the way you told me."
Yeah.
Well, now we won't lose our stick.
There's one thing that you can't help. What is that one thing you can't help somebody get over?
Stupidity.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. You can't help stupid or something like that.
Yeah, you can't help stupid.
Yeah.
I can fix anything except that. Well, but you know what? That's not a person. That's a moment in time. We all do something stupid.
Now you went and got me.
Got your Harvey?
Gotta go get me a.
Oh, we might be out here long enough to make another pot.
For some reason, this knife right here is my number one carving knife.
I just bought a new one. They had the Companion HD for sale, or for on sale for a price.
I have one with the ferro rod on the
Oh, you do?
thing, and my brother got me it for Christmas. Totally wasn't expecting it from him. I didn't have it on a wish list or anything.
That's cool. Yeah.
And he went and got that for me. So it was like.
So that's the thing where the Morris Kohansky's got a statement where he says an experienced instructor should be able to peel a stick as long as his leg or something like that within 30 seconds. And that of course you want to pick your stick, you know, so it's not all knotty and forked and everything. But
hand him a piece of pine, and knots.
Yeah, as long as you cut
every
between
foot.
the knots. But I thought, well, that's not much of a skill. But the thing is, if you're in survival mode, and if you're trying to get a bunch of sticks to make, and he's talking about making a bunch of snowshoe sticks or something like that to save your life,
Yeah.
so you can walk out. But I've tried the tri-sticks and the I use willow because we have willow at our house, and just peeling the bark off of willow is easy.
I actually.
But then you could actually take that willow bark and use it in more projects if you were savvy,
I actually have a reason for peeling all that green off and willing down the outer layer.
Yeah, taking off the
This.
cambium.
Yeah. Once I have it like this, I leave it in my car. It's an air freshener. It makes it smell like pine.
I guess that's bushcraft. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That smell. And then I start showing my age.
Is this were you able to buy this at a store?
That was a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
Of course, Walmart's got now where you can buy those for. I don't think it's that one. I think it's a cheaper steel.
Yeah, it's the
one
utility one.
Yeah, for
Is
like
this-
$9.
Yeah. We've got a stainless one.
Yeah. They can buy these for. You can buy those for like $9. But to me, that's the best angle blade for carving.
Absolutely. Here, show my age now. Well, I think I'm going to shut the recording off here and clean up my mess. We've got a picnic table full of cooking debris.
Yeah. Mine's usually more organized.
I did my dishes. Did you do your dishes?
I haven't
Nope.
yet.
Your dishes are dirty. Dirty.
Yeah. Dirty, rotten.
Sometimes my food gets cold because I can't let my little carbon steel pan sit. What are you doing here? What happened to Dan?
Oh, I see him out in the woods somewhere. Just like he sent me and led me out there. You know,
Is that where you've been all this? I heard all that ruckus out in the
oh
woods a while
yeah,
ago.
I was out there looking for them there corn monkeys.
Corn monkeys, yeah.
And I ran across old Sasquatch. And he was telling me how he was faking out these campers this last night with some owl sounds.
Some owls. That was him?
Yeah,
That was really
oh, that
him?
That was it.
Oh my gosh. He scared the living out of me.
Oh yeah. I taught him, old Sasquatch, I taught him everything he knows about surviving in the wild.
So
Between him and that fellow over there, Missouri, Woodsman.
Oh,
Woodsman.
so
Ozark Woodsman.
you taught Woodsman and Sam Squatch how to survive, or,
Well, no,
or
he-
you and
he-
Woodsman taught Sam
He
Squatch?
helped to teach too.
I think Sam Squatch might have taught you guys a couple of things.
That's what he told me.
Well, Dan couldn't make it to the end of the camp, so
Wow, oh, where?
he hightailed it somewhere. So me and Herbert T gonna have a farewell toast here with orange juice with no pulp. He thinks it's got pulp in it, but the label clearly says no pulp.
Oh, he sure enough does.
Can you read that?
Oh, that's because
I bet you don't even know what the word no means. That's what your mother told me.
that's because they had that vote there for the Pope.
Oh, right.
You know, they had to blow smoke in order to find out whether they was going to have hope or not.
Well, we got a new pulp.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're doing good.
Yeah, we're gonna have a farewell toast.
This isn't exactly like Tennessee white light. I mean white
Orange.
tea.
Orange.
So, but it's going to be pretty good.
We had a good time together, and
Cheers.
cheers until next time. Will at least be, or at the latest be in February.
Ooh, Lordy be
That's
that.
got a kick.
Oh,
Man!
man. Wow. Woo-hoo. Ow. I feel like dancing.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our shenanigans. See you next time.
Okay. You got that camera up there, don't you? Yeah. All right, man. Don't be following me or nothing. I'm out here looking for some of them tracks or them corn monkeys. Oh, look at that. There's a track and gonna do me a dance. Oh,
My
Lordy.
gosh. I didn't even know you knew how to
Found
dance.
me a track. Oh, mercy me. Oh, all right.
There ain't no tracks there. You
I better get on after this career here.
Is that where the outhouse is?
He's entering off the woods.
Wait a minute. What about them corn monkeys?
What? What corn monkeys?
Wait a minute. What'd you do with Herbert T?
What do you mean Herbert T? Herbert T's lost. He's in the woods somewhere.
Oh, gee. This is freaky.
Is he here?
He was here. He just walked around that tree and then...
Man, what the heck? He keeps showing up at our meetups. Seems like everywhere I go and have a meetup. You know, I went to Iowa and did it. He showed up there. He showed up in Missouri.
Well, we just had a toast of orange juice.
Now, was it Herbert T juice?
It was pretty kicky. I don't know what was in it.
He must have spiked it. he likes that wild berry juice.
It was orange lightning is what he said.
Oh. Wow. Mercy.
Oh, well. Say bye to my friends.
Bye.
Some of them are your friends, too.
Bye, Mike's friend.
Wait.
I didn't make it plural on
S,
purpose.
plural. See ya.